Hello guys, in today's video we are going to discuss the differences between Chondrichthyes and Osteichthyes, that is the cartilaginous fish and the bony fish. Chondrichthyes versus Osteichthyes. No, they're not going to fight, it's just that we are going to see the difference between them. So first, talking about their habitat, the C stands for Chondrichthyes and O stands for Osteichthyes. I guess it's clear. So in the habitat, discussing about the habitat, C, I will use the term C and O because using the full terms again and again will be very time consuming for you also and for me also. So the C is mostly marine, but O can be marine or freshwater both. The C is dorso-ventrally flattened. Dorso-ventrally means like ऊपर and नीचे से flat कर दिया गया हो, and bilaterally flat means side से, lateral side से flat किया गया हो, then it is called bilaterally flattened. Then the caudal fin मतलब जो tail वाला portion है, तो इसमें C में it is heterocircle and in O it is homo or diphycircle. What does these term means we will discuss in our next video, in which we are going to discuss the types of fins and their shape and everything. So you can wait till then. Next is the pelvic fins. Like fins are of two types, paired and unpaired. Pelvic fins come in paired fins. So pelvic fins in C is used as a clasper for holding the female and transferring the sperms into the female. But the O lacks these claspers. The pelvic fins are not modified in the form of claspers. Now mouth opening in C is ventral. Ventral as in the lower side of the organism. And in O it is terminal. Terminal means like if it is a spindle shaped body and the mouth is ending at the opening, or you can say like it is on the one corner of the head, just at the center. Terminal means just at the center of the head, but ventral means नीचे की तरफ माउथ प्रेजेंट है. Then operculum is absent in C. Operculum is the covering which covers the gills and it is present in O. Then in the C, cloaca is present. Cloaca is a common opening for alimentary, urinary and the genital products, but in Osteichthyes the cloaca is absent and instead the anus is present. Now exoskeleton is dermal, that we know as we have seen in the general characteristic, but the exoskeleton of C consists of only the plecoid scales, while the exoskeleton of O consists of the cosmoid, cycloid, ctenoid and ganoid scales. There are 5 types of scales. So the one type is present in C and the rest 4 types can be present in O. And what are these scales will also be discussed in a new video, in which we will discuss the shape of the scales and the components it is having, its layers, structure, everything. Now next is obviously the endoskeleton is cartilaginous in C and bony in O. That's why the name have been given so. Swim bladder is absent in C and present in O. Swim bladder is actually air bladder which helps in, you can say, buoyancy. Again, this swim bladder will have a separate video, its function, structure and everything. Then is the conus arteriosus, which is present in C and absent in O. This you might have studied in the heart chapter. Then is the ampulla of lorenzini, which is present in C and absent in Oh, ampulla of lorenzini is actually a special sensing organ which is called as electroreceptors. So that sensing organ is present in the cartilaginous fishes but absent in O. Next is fertilization. Fertilization is internal in C while it is external in O. Then is rectal gland. So rectal gland is present in C and absent in O. What is a rectal gland? It is actually a salt secreting osmoregulatory organ. So obviously if the chondrichthyes are living in marine water, so it will require an osmoregulatory organ and therefore it has a rectal gland. You can correlate it with the habitat in which the organism is living. So that's why the chondrichthyes have the rectal gland while the osteichthyes do not have it. This was the basic difference between chondrichthyes and osteichthyes in very short, very brief, and in a tabulated manner. You can just note it down. We discussed about the habitat, the shape, caudal fin, pelvic fin, mouth opening, gill opening, cloaca, exoskeleton, endoskeleton, rectal gland, air or swim bladder, conus arteriosus, ampulla of lorenzini, and about fertilization. So this was in very brief about the difference or the comparison between the two fishes, which is generally the target of question, because simply it can ask that which kind of fish will have the ampulla of lorenzini or rectal gland, and suddenly hearing these terms would be very confusing. And in this way, in the tabulated way, remembering the difference is also very easy. So go through it, make notes, and keep learning.